Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. It's Monday, March 2nd, 2026, and it's about, I think, 9:15 a.m. here in Chicago. So I saw the Twitter back and forth. We're still calling it Twitter, right? Or X, whatever. Back and forth between Ryan Garcia and Bill Haney. And one thing I've started doing, which is like kind of new for me, I know a lot of people have been doing it. One thing I started doing is kind of adopting that um, if you like it, I love it type of behavior or type of mentality when it comes to um, our boxers. I've, I'm no longer caring, if boxers show too much respect to racist boxers because I'm seeing that these boxers they don't care. I think I already said this, but they see that as like either poor people's problem or not their problem. They don't care. I really think at this point the Ryan Garcias of the world could look their own mama in the face. These black boxers, he could look their own mama in the face and call her the N-word, and they'll still, give him a fight. They'll still show him respect. I could be wrong, but that's where I am with it now. Like they don't care about that kind of stuff. You can call them the N-word all day, and they still will, you know, put on a cape for you in an interview and say you're a nice guy and all of that. And this goes for like all of them, all the black boxers that I've seen so far. Not all literally, but enough of them. But here's what I wanted to say. With that being said, um, the exchange between Bill Haney and Ryan Garcia, and this is not me taking a jab at Haney or his dad. This is truly, truly my observation. I would say this whether it were Devin Haney's dad or whether it were Shakur, whether it were Keyshawn. I would say this about anyone. So it's not personal to Bill Haney. But what that exchange, that Twitter exchange showed me is that because they're still trying to work with Ryan, he sees that as a reason to have even less respect for them. He sees them as people who are still crawling around him after an easy win, not even after a tough win. I mean, I could see if it were after a really tough win. This is after an easy win. Super easy Mario Barrios. Barrios. After an easy win to Barrios, all this man had to do was get a belt. And he's being contacted by Bill Haney. That tells Ryan that he never has to have respect for them. And he's never going to have respect for them. Because he sees that they're chasing him for the bag. And if you read that exchange between Ryan and Bill Haney, you will see he has zero respect for Bill Haney. Zero. It has gotten worse. It has gotten worse. Why? Because they're still fucking with him. That's why. He's even spreading lies that he got a cousin who whipped Devin Haney's little brother's ass. Guess what, you guys? I didn't even see the fight, but I know it's a lie. Because there's no way Devin Haney is that good and his brother is getting beat up by some random cousin. I didn't see the fight, but I really doubt it. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. His cousin didn't beat nobody's ass. I just don't believe that. Not no Haney. So they're giving him the time of day. They're showing him that they want his fight takes precedence over any other fight out there. Let that sink in. He beat a Barrios, and his fight takes precedence over any other fight out there. And Ryan knows that. He sees that. So he takes that. It's definitely power. And he's dealing with somebody he already had no respect for. Now it's even worse. He's going to get more and more and more disrespectful towards the Haneys because he sees that he can. There's no other reason. People like Ryan Garcia, they do things because they can. It doesn't have to be logical. It doesn't have to be sensible. He does things because he can, you know? So that's what that exchange showed me. I was just reading a Twitter exchange between a man who's practically begging for a fight. Let's keep it real. I see a Twitter exchange between a man who's begging for a fight and a kid, mentality-wise, who sees a man who's begging for a fight that he already doesn't like and already doesn't respect. He said, let me show the world what I think of this fucking you-know-what, you know? And so, and again, I'm not knocking it. If you guys like it, I love it, you know? And that goes for anybody who wants to fight Ryan. You like it, I love it. I'm just going to watch the fight and see who wins. And a cheater never stops cheating. A cheater is a cheater. He's going to be on something again. He's going to find some kind of loophole. He's going to find something. I don't know if he's going to cheat Shakur. I don't know if he's going to cheat Devin. I don't know if he's going to cheat Keyshawn. But he's going to cheat, you know. And that's their problem, not mine. I'm not even going to... Like, I went real hard in the paint when he cheated Devin. But no more. What was the point of it? His father's on Twitter begging for another fight. What was the point of it? What's the point of it? Shakur's willing to fight him. What's the point of it? Keyshawn's willing to fight him. These guys don't even realize that they have the power to lock him out. But they don't want to. They made him the big man on campus, you know. So if they like it, I love it. That's how I feel. But, you know, it is what it is. They want to fight. Let them have the fight. You know, best I'll do is watch it. I don't even know if I care who wins. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even know if I care who wins. And that goes for Devin Haney, Shakur, Keyshawn, whoever fights Ryan Garcia. I don't know if I give a fuck who wins. That's where I am with it, you know. But we'll see. Hopefully boxing will clean up, you know. I'm glad that O'Shaquie Foster, salute to, who was it? Oh, God, I'm terrible. I can't remember his name. I saw he called him Shock in the comments. So now I'm calling O'Shaquie Foster Shock. I forgot who it was. Damn, I was exchanging with him. And I called him, and he called him Shock. Damn. Anyway, I'll think of it. Anyway, I'm happy that Shock is getting more recognition by boxing fans. People know he's a very good fighter. I think that terrible robbery he had with Conceição, Robson Conceição of Brazil. I think that terrible robbery had a little bit of a blessing in it because everybody saw how that fight really went. And everybody saw him get robbed, and then we saw him get his rematch, and you know, so salute to Shock. But that's all. Have a good day, everyone. Oh, and I heard Tank is coming back. You guys, let me tell you where I am with boxing right now. Because all of these fighters are begging Ryan for a fight, even if they're not begging, they're in negotiation with them. And certain fighters, like particularly the Haneys, Ryan gets first choice. Everybody else comes second. As a matter of fact, I'm about to go there and people aren't going to like this. As a matter of fact, I forgot who it was. It might have been 903, salute to 903 Boxing. Somebody said all of those call-outs Devin Haney been doing, he knew he ain't never wanted none of them. He was waiting for a Ryan fight. And you know what, guys? I believe it because that's how Bill Haney moves. But Haney fans don't want to admit that. You know, I believe that. They did all that calling out, but in reality, they were waiting for Ryan. And they just kept themselves busy with having everybody think, you know, Devin wants everybody. No, Devin wants Ryan. Mainly because he thinks it's going to bring him a huge bag and all of this. And I don't know if he's crazy enough to think Ryan's going to pop up clean. I don't know. But here's what I wanted to say. Because everybody is chasing Ryan for a fight, I'm hoping it's true that Tank is coming back. I really am. I'm hoping it's true that Tank is coming back. We'll see, because, if I'd rather deal with Tank and all his shit talking and all his ducking and all of his, craziness. I'd rather deal with that than having to hear about people wanting to fight Ryan every day. I'd rather hear about Tank. So I hope Tank does come back. And Tank, come back and do that same bullshit you always been doing. Because these guys don't deserve nothing better, no way. They're chasing Ryan, But that's all. Have a good day.